Another beautiful day for baseball here on this Sunday afternoon at Segra Stadium, where the Fayetteville Woodpeckers wrap up a 6-game series against the visiting Charleston River Dogs, the single-A affiliate of the Tampa Bay Rays. And last night, Chappie, the game got off to a hot start offensively with both teams leaving the yard a few times. Woodpeckers fell behind 2-0, but Colin Price launched his second home run in a Woodpeckers uniform to cut the lead to 1. Jacob Melton drove in a run on an RBI single to tie things up, but it was a solo home run from Junior Caminero that ended up holding up and being the game winner all the way back in the 4th inning, with Charleston winning the ball game by a final of 3-2. But the real story in that game was the pitching of both bullpens, but specifically want to focus on the Woodpeckers. A lot of returns this week, and we've seen some great pitching throughout the week for the Woodpeckers, but last night a lot of returning faces that came back into the fray, and they all performed pretty well. It's game 6 of 7 this week between the Fayetteville Woodpeckers and the Down East Wood Ducks, as Fayetteville looking to get some momentum back after dropping each of their last 2 against the visiting Wood Ducks, who now lead the series 3-2, and Down East going for the road series victory. Here in downtown Fayetteville, a beautiful afternoon, temperatures in the mid-80s, and a great crowd on hand as it's Airborne Appreciation Night here at Segra Stadium. Colin Casey alongside Andrew Chapman on this Saturday evening. And yesterday, Chappie, it was another fun game between two pretty even-matched teams, as it has been all series long. The Woodpeckers jumped out to a 3-0 lead thanks to a couple of miscues in the field by Down East in the first inning. In the third inning, though, they were able to get a couple of runs back. Down East was, in fact, 2-run home run by Yossi Galan. But Colin Price, who's been incredible to start his Woodpeckers career, 2-run blast. He has hit safely in each of his first 8 games with the Woodpeckers. But then from there on out, Chappie, was pretty much all Down East, scoring each of the final 6 runs, taking an 8-5 victory. But today, they've got more excitement on the way, the Woodpeckers do. Another new face in the Fayetteville lineup. Jackson Hallmark digs in for the first time this afternoon. His team trails 3-0, and Hallmark sends one just past the second baseman Pena into right field for the 3rd hit of the ball game for Fayetteville, and the second time they have the leadoff man on.
Great to see Hallmark on base right away. First pitch, he's been waiting for one to finally find a hole somewhere. 0 for 10 to start the series, but he's hit a lot of liners to the outfield. He's been getting really unlucky. And goes against the shifted infield, and he's got some good speed. Wouldn't be surprised to see him get aggressive.
He sure does. A quick throw over, and he's back with a dive. Almost serves as a secondary leadoff hitter in that 9-hole. Kennedy Corona singled his first time up in the first. Hallmark stays put. First pitch, chopped to third. Going to be a tough turn for 2, and they're not going to get any. Sammy Infante gloved it, but it popped up and out of his glove, and he couldn't make a throw on, so Corona reaches base safely. It almost certainly will go in the books as an E5. And just like the first inning, Fayetteville has the first 2 runners on.
Now Infante coming forward, reeled back and pushed at that baseball. When you do that, you're hoping it hits you right in the webbing, but if it hits you in the palm, it's going to go a long way, and that's what happened to Infante. He just batted it away. And likely an error, like you said, Colin, once the official scoring decision comes in, he could have at the very least gotten Corona if he picked that ball cleanly.
Does go in as an error. The 57th committed this season by Fredericksburg. Leo's Danny Molina, RBI chance. He lines this one into right field for a base hit. Rounding third and stopping there is Hallmark. The Woodpeckers will play station to station, and the first 3 batters of the inning have quickly reached base against Jackson Rutledge here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Good stop sign by Joe Thon down in the third base coach's box. Arias has a strong arm out there and right, and he delivered a throw right to Barrios on the fly. Hallmark might have had a chance to score, but his first step was back towards second base. He thought Pena might be able to catch it, and that was able to delay him just enough. But big chance here with the bases loaded.
Logan Cerny with nobody out watches ball 1 miss down and away. The Woodpeckers still looking for their first grand slam of 2022. Last one coming back in August of last year. The 1-0. Cerny gets away. Barrios runs to the backstop. Running home is Hallmark. And the Woodpeckers are on the board. A wild pitch allows Jackson Hallmark to touch home. Everyone else moves up 90 feet. And it's a 3-1 ball game. Breaking ball just got away from Rutledge. And with all that speed on the base paths, that's easy for Hallmark to get home. So the tying run now at second base. Still nobody out, and a favorable 2-0 count to Cerny. Rutledge comes home, and he gets over a fastball at 95, 2-1.
Yeah, on those wild pitches, Colin, as a base runner, you're always hoping it clips a little bit of the catcher on the way by. That slows the momentum of the ball and then eliminates the ricochet that you get sometimes on the springboard net behind home.
2-1, Cerny, inside-out swing. Falling quickly, it lands in right field for a base hit. Corona scores, right behind him, Molina. He's in there. It's a 2-run single for Logan Cerny, and in the blink of an eye, we have a tie ball game at Segra Stadium. Logan Cerny continues to have a strong series. He has 4 RBIs. He's 1 for 2 today, make it 7 of 18.
Yeah, for Cerny, the funny thing is some of his best contact in this series, aside from the home run, is what's been getting caught. A couple nights ago, he had a couple infield singles, so he's been getting on with soft contact. And again, on that pitch, it wasn't a great one to hit. Inside on the hands, and he just knuckles it the other way. Sinks it shallow enough for Arias, too deep for Pena. And Logan Cerny isn't exactly ripping gap shots this week, but he's being productive with putting the ball in play when he does.
Pitching coach Joel Hanrahan to the mound to talk with his pitcher Rutledge, who had been cruising after giving up a couple of singles in the first inning. Then he set down 6 in a row. But a single, an error by his third baseman, and 2 more singles have this being a brand new ball game at 3-3. On the move quickly is Cerny. The first pitch misses outside. He slides in safely. Logan Cerny continuing to be a speedster on the base paths this season. He has his 14th stolen base of the year. And he represents the go-ahead run in scoring position. Still nobody out. Loperfido awaits the 1-0. It's a fastball off the plate. That's the big thing with Cerny. When he's slumping, obviously you want to see him, drive in runs like he just did, but you need that speed on the base pass, and that's what he brings when he's hitting the ball well. A big cut. Loperfido trying to put one in Healy's, but he swings and misses 2-1. All of Loperfido's home runs this season, all 4 of them have come during the day. Sun's still out here at Segra, so perhaps a good sign for him. 3-1. Had a 2-home run game in the opening series at home this season to open the home schedule against Salem. That's Sunday afternoon. 3-1, misses inside, ball 4, and Rutledge felt like he was getting squeezed during that at-bat. That is the 5th straight base runner in the inning for Fayetteville. And for Rutledge, he's just looking for an out in the worst way possible, and in steps the dangerous Miguel Palma.
There it is for Loperfido. He reaches base. 27 straight games he has made it on. Hasn't really been eventful for Loperfido, number 26 and 27, but the walks are what tie the streak and set the new record. So 27, and we'll see how much longer he can take it. Maybe into the 30s, really try and distance himself and hold that record for a while.
The previous record holder, Miguel Palma, might be trying to blow off some steam after finding that out. I don't know if he actually knows.
He just lost his record.
Someone should probably tell him.
Get angry, hit a home run.
No balls, 1 strike. Rutledge a look at second. Looks again at Cerny and comes home. Miguel behind a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, 0-2. 3 runs on 5 hits. No errors for Fayetteville. The pitch, and Palma lunges and flares one into right field for a base hit. Coming around to score is Logan Cerny. And just like that, the Woodpeckers have taken a 4-3 lead in a 4-run bottom of the third.
Boy, this has got to be frustrating for Jackson Rutledge. You have an error earlier in the inning on an out you probably should have had, and then it's just been a bunch of soft contact on some pitches that haven't been too ugly. He's been hitting the corners, but Cerny muscled one the opposite way. Palma just stuck the bat with a 3/4 swing, comes up with an RBI.
Tyler Whitaker watches strike one. This one well on its way to being perhaps the most impressive offensive inning at Segra Stadium this season by Fayetteville. Already 4 homes, still nobody out, and runners at first and third. A long pause by Rutledge, and Whitaker is granted time.
See, on Thursday night, they were held hitless until the 6th inning, and then the offense did what they're doing right now, linking together hits. I think they had 5 straight base hits at one point.
The pitch, Whitaker sends this out to right field, falling quickly. Arias coming in, he can't get there. It's a base hit, and it will drive home another run. Loperfido touches home. Another bloop single out to right field. This one coming from Tyler Whitaker. 5-3 the lead for Fayetteville.